Yeah, how are you doing?
I can't hear you very well.
Okay, how are you doing? Hello. Hello.
Hi. Do you hear me?
You have an internet issue, I think. Can you please check once? Hello. Yes. Yeah. Am I audible now? Okay. Welcome to the Global Virtual Summit 2026, Tajana. And before going to start your session, I want to introduce you to our audience. Okay. Oh,
Okay, can I start?
no, please give me a minute. So I will introduce you to our audience. So then you can start your session.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Tatjana Kolang is ambassador for mentoring and lifelong learning, architect of the mentoring professions, shaping innovative, intergenerational, intercultural, and organic mentoring. She is also a accredited mentor practitioner by EMCC Global, following the highest professional and ethical standards in acting as a mentor to individuals and groups. She develops and introduces new approaches in mentoring and raises awareness of the importance of mentoring culture and mentoring mindset as an indispensable part of the supporting environment for entrepreneurship and leaders. She is the co author of 6 business books in the field of mentoring and leadership. Her bibliography includes more than 40 titles on mentoring, lifelong learning, and employee development in multi generational and multicultural work environments. In May 2026, as publisher and editor in chief, she began as a founder of Heart Mentoring Community, whose mission is to provide access to mentoring to everyone who needs or offers this kind of support. She received a Bronze Award for Social Innovation in 2024. She is a member of the board of directors of the Slovenia Coaching Association and EMCC Solvina and member of EMCC Global. You have done a lot of great work, Stanchana, and the stage is all yours.
Okay, thank you very much. And warm regards from Ljubljana, Slovenia. And I thank you, of course, our distinguished host for this introduction. I will now try to share my presentation. So everything is okay with my presentation? Um, so, um, mentoring is not something nice to have. Mentoring is also not a privilege. It should be accessible to everyone. And mentoring communities are making this possible. For years, I have been facing the same questions. Where can I find mentors? And on the other side, where can I find people who are willing to learn and who want to have someone to support them in their way to their goals? So, when facing these questions and when looking for the answers, I realized something, that we do not have a shortage of mentors. and that we do not have a shortage of those who want mentors. But what we do have, we have a shortage of place where mentors and mentees can really meet. And such places are mentoring communities. But why I am so excited about mentoring? Because I strongly believe that mentoring is the most powerful tool to build genuine relationship, to support individuals in their personal and professional development, and above all, to transfer all kinds of knowledge and experience in a way that they can be immediately used in work or in life. And these beliefs are based on my own personal experience and on exchanging experience with other mentors, and of course, on the experience of my mentees, who allowed me to be their guide, their teacher, their advisor, and who enabled me to learn from them. But what I like the most from mentoring are two facts. The first is that mentoring is a two-way street. What you put in, you can get out of it. And the second are the benefits from mentoring. And the benefits goes to all the participants, to mentees, to mentors, and to the environment where the mentoring takes place. If we are willing to bring into mentoring relationship, into mentoring process, all what we have and all what we know. And if we are willing to learn from each other, regardless our differences in age, in formal education, in formal career position, in our impact or position in the society, or in what we have achieved so far in our lives. So the benefits of mentoring are really numerous and important. I will just expose or emphasize two of them. The first is intergenerational understanding and cooperation by learning together and co-creation. And this leads us to the second key benefit, which is the retention of silent, tribal, expert, and organizational knowledge. And why I emphasize these two benefits, why they are so important, because they both address one of the main issues we are facing today. And this is the issue of getting older, the in a kind issue of it's a demographic issue. The second is that the knowledge only gets its valuation and importance when it is shared. And the third is that knowledge can be only upgraded when it is circulating around among all the generations. So, but why I put so much attention to learning and to knowledge? When we have artificial intelligence, our daily assistant, who's supposed to know everything. Because AI can only transfer information, but mentors are those who are transferring also this knowledge which can be used immediately, the ability of critical thinking and the wisdom. And communities are those who are multiplying this wisdom. So now the question is how to get the most, the best from mentoring, how to benefit from all what I talked about before. First, we need trained mentors, and we need people who are willing to become mentors and who are willing to upgrade, to strengthen their mentoring skills. So, skilled mentors are really important, but this is not enough. They should be seen, they should be accessible, and they need the environment, the community in which they can further learn by themselves and where they can master their mentoring roles. On the other side, it is the same with those who are looking for mentors. They also need a space where they can learn and where they can find a mentor who will best support them in a certain stage of their lives. And to repeat again, mentoring communities are those who are making this possible. Why the community? As Margaret Mead once said, people who are joining in the community are the only one who can change things, who can bring changes into real life, into action. But from where and when the idea for Heart Mentoring Community, which, by the way, was awarded a bronze medal for social innovation by Slovene Chamber of Commerce 2 years ago. As once our famous Slovene innovator said, all the innovation starts with observation of what people need and what they mean, what they miss. And it was the same case with our mentoring community. We didn't create another mentoring program. We created a mentoring ecosystem. It was never our goal to create a database of mentors and mentees. Our goal was to create a place where we can bring what we have and what we know, and where we can get what we need. A place where we can live our mentoring culture, our mentoring mindset. And at the same time, of course, our intention is also to contribute to further development of the mentoring profession. So, what are the main characteristics of Heart Mentoring Community today? It is based on voluntary participation. Why? Because it is proven in the practice, in real life, that the best mentors are those who are taking these roles by their free will. And the same goes with mentees. Our mentors offer their mentoring support free of charge. Our mentees and mentors connect into mentoring pairs and mentoring groups based on their own initiatives, mainly by the initiative of mentees. With this approach, we want to encourage individuals to recognize when and what kind of support they need, and that they are capable to find this need by themselves. The community, of course, supports these connections with database of its members, meaning mentees and mentors, and this database includes profiles of all mentees and mentors, of course, contact details, and basic information on what they are offering and what they are looking for. Mentor and mentees within our community share their true mentoring stories within the community and also with the public, with the aim that also others will become mentors and find them. A lot of our members act like us mentees and mentors at the same time, showing their awareness that we all need some kind of help, and that we all must learn all the time. Our community is also a kind of sounding board for our members, because within the community, they can test the value and the usefulness of their excellency, of their knowledge, their experience. They can test their business ideas, workshops, lectures, etc., before entering the market. And I believe this is a huge advantage, opportunity for our members. And, and also our community also serves as the opportunity to step out of our comfort zone, to start something new, to overcome our own beliefs that we are not capable of doing certain things. And a lot of our members say that they stood out of the crowd with the help of our community, and that they feel great in their new roles, and which is why they are also very successful in them. So, what is the impact of our community? What is our added value to the society? We introduce a lot of new approaches, a lot of new practices which can be easily transferred into corporate world, into public sector and other parts of the society. Among them are different methods of so-called inclusive mentoring, like peer group, reverse mutual mentoring, and of course, mentoring circles. All these methods connect efficiently different generations and culture. They connect technology with basic human values. They empower individuals to take on the leadership roles, to be active members of the society in all stages of their life, and of course, to transfer knowledge from generation to generation. In this respect, we also introduced so-called walking mentoring, which has been already expanded to other corporate activities, such as different meetings which are now taking place during walking in nature. With this approach, we boost the generating of new ideas, innovations, and also contribute to stronger relationships. By organizing professional meetings, literary evenings, roundtables, etc., we are opening the opportunity for our members and other experts to show their excellency and mastery in the fields they are active to the public, and to get another maybe new possibilities in doing business, etc., and of course to expand their social network. And at last and not least, we started to publish the first professional journal on mentoring. With this, we open space to mentoring practices, challenges, and how to address them, to share real mentoring stories. With this journal, we want to put mentoring on the place which is deserved by this strong learning and cooperating method, so to say. And we want to the public. And of course, to contribute again to the development of mentoring profession, mentoring culture, and mentoring mindset. And all this, what I was talking now about, is only possible in communities, because communities can do things which can not be done in corporate and other similar entities. They bring mentoring to the public, and they make mentoring part of everyday life. So, what are our goals for the future? We strongly believe that the future of mentoring is not in one mentor supporting one mentee. The future is in mentoring communities. So we will continue with our practice we are doing so far. We will offer our mentoring services support to micro and small businesses which do not have their own mentoring resources. We will continue to connect different mentoring initiatives and communities. And of course, we will continue to contribute to further development of mentoring profession, mentoring culture, and mentoring mindset. And again, to bring mentoring closer to everyone who is interested. If the first generation was focused on mentees and mentors relationship, the second generation will be focused on mentoring communities because communities make mentoring accessible, sustainable, and inclusive. And when we have strong mentoring communities, mentoring is not available only to a few, but it becomes a part of everyone's life. So, at the end, I would like to say that these are the main reasons why we are building mentoring communities and why we are suggesting others to do the same. Because, as I said at the beginning of my presentation, mentoring should not be a privilege, it should be accessible to everyone. And mentoring communities are making this possible. And even more, when mentoring communities connects, then mentoring becomes a movement and not just a thing nice to have. So thank you very much for your attention. And if there are any questions, I will be glad to answer them. And you can always contact me on my email, phone, or on LinkedIn. Thank you very much.
Is that Jana? Hello. Yeah. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation, Tatjana. And it was so inspiring. And we have a few questions from our audience, Tatjana. Okay. I want to ask you one of them. How does mentoring create a positive impact on society?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
How?
How does mentoring create a positive impact on society?
On the society? Yeah, I would again emphasize that we now have this change of generation, and one of the main problems is how to retain this silent and tribal and expert knowledge before people leave corporates from any reason. And the mentoring is, I believe, the key method to retain this knowledge. And also, mentoring supports strongly life learning um, way of living. We must learn every day. And what I emphasize always, we can learn and must learn from everyone, from
Yeah.
our peers, from younger people, and also from the older one, because every one of them knows something we don't know. And when we gather this knowledge, we can then develop something new, innovate, and develop not just ourselves, our places where we work, and um, so on, but also we impact positively on the whole society.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for answering, Tarjana, and thank you so much for your valuable time today. It was an excellent presentation. And please be on the backstage and join the next session, Tarjana.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.